All right, bang, bang. Today is Monday. It is January 3rd. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. New year of snake drafts. We did cheat. We got to admit, we're recording this one on December 21st. It's Tuesday. But
you robbed me of one of my favorite things there.
What is that?
It's when Dave goes into an explanation and he's like, today is December 21st, because you're like talking about how the date is ahead of time.
Yeah.
It happens on Redline all the time.
Oh, yeah. I don't even try anymore. I just, they can figure it out on their own.
But anyways, it's January 3rd. We talked about this on the worst days of the year draft last year. It's awful. You're all probably feeling like shit. You're all probably hungover. So today is the Hungover Draft, and obviously we had to have Brianna on. Brianna, how are you?
I'm good. I'm surprisingly not hungover right now, which is great, but I'm excited for this. I am the hangover queen, so I think my draft picks are going to be the best.
Now, I feel like I'm about to learn something.
But be honest though, Bree. Like, how bad are your hangovers? Because you're talking to a bunch of 30-year-olds here, and do you get them that bad?
Guys, my friends think I'm dramatic. Like, there's some times where I have to call my friends and ask if I should go to the hospital because I'm losing so much. Like, I will throw up for 3 days in a row. All I drink when I drink is like sugary shit. And then it's just a nightmare when I wake up. My longest hangover, I think, was 4 days. And then I went and got some IVs. I'm always going to get IVs after my hangovers. And I puke so much. Projectile vomit.
Out of curiosity, what are you dropping on an IV?
To
cure a
usually
hangover.
they do it for free if I post it.
Oh, that's
a good deal.
Or what? So
and
what
do you kick back to Dave Portnoy on that?
Nothing.
Okay.
You're not kicking up to the skipper? Tony Soprano would like to have a word.
Yeah, you get whacked where we're from. For that.
Yeah. Like, what is a normal person dropping? I'm genuinely curious. Like 100
I think
plus.
Like for the average, like $100. But then if you want to do all the additive stuff, which you have to, like the stuff that helps your nausea, can get up to $300.
Dang,
that's a lot of money to cure a hangover. I got a much more simpler
really
cures
work.
that I will be drafting today.
Because I'm always so amazed by Glenny Balls. He doesn't get hangovers, and he just bounces right back. Like that RV tour, he'd just pop up out of his RV bed, and he would just go. So I don't know.
But he's like a child.
But Brianna, what, you're 22, 23?
Yeah, I'm 22.
22. You know,
Jesus.
So that's why I'm like Bree. Like, they're just gonna get worse and worse. I'm sure you know that.
I know. I hate Glenny Balls doesn't get hungover. I hate him for that. Yeah. I really envy people like that.
It's crazy.
For me, it's so hit or miss. Like, I could go out till 4 a.m. one night and wake up at standard time 8 a.m. or whatever and be 100% fine. Other days, I'll have a casual night out and be on my deathbed the next day.
I think the ultimate factor is when you get to 3 different types of alcohol. So if you're drinking beer and then you're like, all right, I'll have the vodka sodas, but then for whatever reason you find yourself drinking Pinot Grigio.
Someone's like, here,
just that one glass of Pinot Grigio, that's the fucking nail in the coffin.
A shot of tequila mixed in like that. That's like, and we've talked about him before. My brother was in town this last weekend from England, and he's been basically drinking every night for 6 months. And so I tried to keep up with him on Saturday night or on Friday night. Bad idea. Yeah. Bad idea. I was worst hangover I've had in years.
2 days, 2.5 days. Because 2 days, if I'm not talking about a hangover, that's 1 day now.
Well, I did you guys know La Scarola, obviously. So I just sat on the couch all day long, and then I took him out to La Scarola. And when you go there, it's you have a bottle of wine. And then Armando, our guy, his whole thing is it's my birthday. Every day is his birthday, and he gives you a shot of tequila, and he does that a few times. So by the time it's then it was a 2 day thing, but only because it was back to back. I can't tell if it was one long hangover or 2 individual ones, but it was basically the whole weekend was brutal.
Armando first round trigger.
He really is.
Yeah,
he really is. All right, so the 5 subcategories are drink. This is hungover, so you're thinking next day. Drink, food, cure, worst obligation, and your mindless program like TV show or whatever. All right, Bree. Intern Lance has the number 1 through 5 behind his back. What number is it?
3.
Yes.
It's 3, so you could pick which one you want, Bree. So you could draft 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th.
Ooh, okay. I will draft 2nd.
All right, that's smart. That's smart.
I don't know that it is.
No, that's smart.
Why?
I think there's a clear-cut first choice
You think
where
so?
to draft.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Carl, 1 through 4.
2.
No.
Fuck you, Lane.
Chief.
1.
Yes.
I'll go in the 4 spot.
Whoa.
1 through 3, Dave.
3.
Yeah.
I'll go 5. That's what I wanted. I think that's the
You
easy.
said there was a clear 1-1.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong?
Why would
with
you
that?
pick
no,
five?
a clear where to pick.
Spot?
Oh.
Yes, not a clear number
Okay.
1. That's why I want
Jesus,
it.
one or
I
two?
still can't. Wait a second.
1 or 2 to me.
What is the order right now? Chief picking 4. That's like Moneyball when they signed Scott Hatterberg. That just came out
I
of
want to
nowhere.
let the draft come to me a little
That's
bit.
exactly
Yeah.
why I wanted to
Yeah.
fit this one.
All right, 1 or 2 to me. 1.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck.
This is a
I
tough
feel like
one right
Lance
here.
has an axe to grind against Carl
Oh,
here.
Lance, my guy. Lance,
Not
my guy. We had a
true.
weekend
Yeah,
together.
Not true. Yeah.
We had a
Dude,
weekend
I
together.
don't know what I want.
You want 1 or 3?
This is a tough one, Ed.
You don't want to.
Can I help you out here? I'd go 3.
Bro, take 3.
Do you know what you want? Number 1?
He's mind fucking you.
There's a couple strategies at play here.
All right, I'm going to take 3.
All right.
I think
right,
that
so
was the
Carl's number
correct
1.
call.
All right.
All right. Don't have ads yet, so we'll just hop right into it. Order is Carl, Brianna, Eddie, Chief, White Sox, Dave. All right, Carl, first overall. Who you got?
All right. So I was fine with like wherever I picked on this. I didn't necessarily want to pick 1 overall because I'm fine picking 1 overall. I think 3, 4, 5 is a little bit more interesting here because you want to see how the draft shapes up. But if I do have to pick first, it's like we're not talking about being hungover if we're not talking about a fucking glass of water. So give me the fucking glass of water. First thing off the board, first thing you do, first thing you realize, because normally when you're hungover, you're browned or blacked out, or sometimes the lights are going out towards the end of the night. And that's when you get up and you're just like, oh, fuck. And there's that realization. Your mouth is super dry. Your head's hurting. You're just like, I am fucked. And it's the first thing everybody does. You go right to the fucking kitchen and get yourself a glass of water. Give me the water. I don't want to take water here. I have to take water here.
I don't disagree with anything you said right there.
So,
It's obviously the most readily available.
That's the key.
Which is the key to it. Is it the best? Probably not. But due to its abundance, I think it's a perfectly fine 1-1 pick.
and I don't think I'm going to win the draft either now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very clear here now. I'm saying with
dead with
24 picks
water?
ahead, and I've already taken water, but you have to take
Yeah.
No,
water.
let me. All right.
It's like
How
when
bad do you
Jordan
want
went
that
2
water?
and 3. I'm taking
It's not-
fucking
it's not-
Olajuwon.
yeah,
I know what
it's
I'm
not
doing.
It's not a sexy pick.
It's like
It's not.
when you're bleeding out on the battlefield. That's water. It's like a guy sticking your thumb in the wound. Like you're just holding it. Like
Yeah.
it's right there. You're just doing whatever you can
Yeah.
to fight the hangover in that second. And then you get something maybe better when you've recovered a little bit. You get more intensive care. But without that finger, you're bleeding out. You're dead.
One of the greatest analogies that's ever happened in the
good
history.
analogy.
Now, I say all this. Bree, I know you disrespect water, so go ahead, just shit all over the pick.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say water when I'm hungover, or I think even it just doesn't hit the same. Water doesn't taste as good when you're hungover. And when I wake up, this is what I know if I'm really, really, really hungover and I need to throw up, I'll drink a water. Water makes me throw up when I'm hungover.
See-
when I'm hungover, I'm waking up, I don't want water in my mouth.
Can I-
you know,
can
you have
I-
that shitty feeling in your mouth? What, Dave?
I was gonna say, can I give my theory on that? So since it's a neutral liquid, and when you're hungover as shit, your mouth just tastes like asshole. It's the worst taste ever. Since the water, you're basically drinking that taste in your mouth, and the water does nothing to
Exactly.
conceal it, and that's why it's kind of stinks water. But at the same time, it's just unbelievably necessary. Did that
Not
make
for
sense? to
me.
Yeah,
anybody?
no, I know what you're saying. You're basically tasting your own. I thought you were going pH levels though. I thought you were going to go it's 2, not
scientifically,
not.
That's why though.
Yeah, I didn't know where it was going.
Does anybody snore here?
Yeah,
You do.
I know I do.
Well, you probably.
Storm.
You saw logs. You saw logs. You saw logs.
I don't saw logs at all. I'm the
No.
lightest sleeper on the planet.
I would have said the 4 of us on average probably snore. Fucking.
But I can tell, and this is where the water comes in. I can tell how bad I was snoring by how my tongue feels in the morning when I'm hungover. And if I don't have a water within 5 seconds, I feel like I will suffocate on my own tongue.
Well, you know that when you drink alcohol, it all relaxes your throat muscles, and that's why you snore more when you're drunk.
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
That's a good fact.
That's a fun fact.
Fun
Ed.
fact. So if you feel that way, you're actually
What part of the throat?
there's a reason why.
vocal cords.
I think I don't know.
All of it, probably.
Yeah, it just all relaxes. But there is an element too where there's the dire straits water where you're getting it from the kitchen faucet disgusting.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that
You know it tastes disgusting,
But you gotta
but
do
you
it.
just
Yeah.
need it.
You gotta
see.
do it.
I don't mind tap water.
I have a red Solo cup in a college
No,
dorm
but
room.
like
or
think
something.
like our old office water.
Oh, that was bad water, yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
But
I-
if you're in dire straits,
Have you ever been
need
so
it.
Have you talked to
hungover you
Lyle
don't
recently?
even?
No, I wish.
I have a couple times. Do you? I mean, he needed. There was packages delivered there, and he hit me up.
So I have these packages.
And it was like a 10-minute conversation with him saying the same sentence with different words 12
I
different
wasn't
times.
comfortable signing, but I signed anyways.
When you're so hungover that you don't even take the time to reach in the cabinet to grab a glass and you just go straight mouth under the faucet. Everybody's been there. Don't laugh at me. I've been there many times.
I'll do that, and then I'll just be like, "Fuck it," and I just put my whole face in the water.
Oh, yeah. You get
Dude,
that nice
so-
cold
Hey,
rub.
sometimes I go outside. I fucking set up the garden hose. I
We've
just
done,
let it rip.
We've done
I
15
don't mind
minutes
hose
on
water.
water.
Yeah.
Time out. Sorry, last
Last water.
Remember high school football doubles, and they'd have
The
like
little
the
squiggly-
best.
the metal
Yeah.
fucking trough, and it would just shoot water
Yeah.
in here from a
Water.
hose.
Loved it.
Great water.
We should do a water draft.
That'd be
We
great.
should do a
Okay.
water
Okay,
draft.
water draft.
That's a top tier water.
The amount of we are talking about water here, it is
A lot of
apparent we
passion
are
in water.
passionate.
Yeah, we just can't invite cons because it'll be like when you go into Fallujah and have like
Yeah.
a tin of water. Be like, "Fuck, you win."
All right, Bree, you're up.
Okay. So water off the map for me. Can't pick water. The second thing I would want, I feel like everyone expects me to say my blue raspberry colada, but that's like later. That's later in the day. That's when I can stomach it. So second to water, I'm gonna go. I need bubbles, and I'm gonna go ginger ale.
Okay.
I always keep it strapped with ginger ale, and I need bubbles. I know people usually go in the Sprite, Diet Coke, but ginger ale for me.
Pick
I
a
need
brand.
bubbles.
No, you don't have to have it. You don't have to have a brand. You get ginger ale, but I'm just out of curiosity. We've done a soda draft. What's your favorite brand of ginger ale?
Canada Dry.
Not a Schweppes fan? Is that how you say it?
I like Schweppes, but
Schweppes.
Canada Dry.
Schweppes.
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 Schweppes has got a little more zing
Ginger
to it.
ale on an airplane too. I mean, that's good living.
That's
Yeah.
the move.
Seagram's.
I like ginger ale. I mean, I think it's a good pick. It's also like, what's the crossover between being actually sick, though?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I feel like that's why it's a good pick, is because like you are sick. When
You
you're
are,
hungover,
yeah.
you're sick. You feel sick, and ginger ale. Everybody knows it since they were 6 years old. That fixes whatever your ails are. Ginger ale will fix it.
A warm ginger
Like a
ale.
placebo effect. Oh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Ginger ale. Dave, what do you think of ginger ale?
It's fine. No, for a hangover or sick, yeah. Like my mom's like, "Oh, drink ginger ale, mix a little honey in it." Yeah, like yeah. I just don't drink it.
It's got the mind games. You're right. That's the best part
Yeah.
about it. All right, good pick, ginger ale. All right, it's to me. Man, this is hard. This is tough. I think I got to take something because I have 3 drinks left that I think are really good. So I'm going to take a food that I think Dave will take. And I know you might fire back at me about this, but I'm going to take McDonald's breakfast.
I think you have to pick an item.
you
All right.
can't have a catalog here. and
I
walking
figured-
in here fucking
I figured-
hotcakes.
Well,
I figured, but
I mean,
it's
what
like,
a reach.
I figured,
What a
but
reach.
I don't know
figured,
that it was. Because when you're ordering McDonald's breakfast when you're hungover, you're typically ordering the whole menu.
like you don't know what you want.
Give me a number.
That's my
That's
point.
a good point.
Like you don't know
are
what you
splashing
want.
the pot.
You know what I mean? Like you don't know what you want.
When
Like, you're
was
just
it,
like-
Dave?
I think
Right.
it's only fair if you identify McGriddle or McMuffin.
Like I do think you have to pick
Yeah.
a menu item.
You have to pick something.
Number 2 with an extra hash brown.
Okay, we don't give away picks. but-
Do I get the hash brown if I pick with the sandwich?
It comes with the meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
get-
think
well,
I think you can do a
I'm gonna
meal.
go with the McGriddle meal. then.
All right. Well, fine. Well, here
Is
I
that
thought you were
fine?
going to come back and say, "Let me get the value meal," or
No. I'm gonna go with the McGriddle meal.
Now, are you adding anything on that off the dollar menu?
Uh,
Maybe a couple extra.
just for
I'll
us,
just-
just for the boys.
I'll
just
just
for
do
the
one
boys
extra
here.
hash brown. That's my meal.
Dave and I went to when we went hunting. We stopped at McDonald's on the way, and what'd you get? Like your order was preposterous.
I got a number 2 with an extra hash brown, and then I got a McGriddle because I'm very loyal to the number
I think
2.
you had 4 hash browns.
No, I didn't.
You sure?
I had 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it was only 2. I don't think I've ever gone above 2 because I just know like society would frown upon that.
But it was
Has anyone
I
ever
could.
seen Dave eat a hash brown though? He eats so fast.
Oh,
and he
it's 2
loves
bites.
hash browns
just
so
wolfs it
much.
down.
yeah.
See, I had to take that too because I'm not like a big like I just don't want to do like really anything. So, but this is
Yeah.
one of the only things like I actually am like, all right, I'll do that.
Brianna, is a 22-year-old is like McDonald's still cool?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And McDonald's is. I feel like girls love McDonald's, but like at all hours of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
McDonald's,
McNuggets,
I won't
Big
touch
Mac.
it unless I'm like fucking starving, and it's not breakfast hours. Breakfast I'll eat all day, but like the Big Mac.
hangover.
I had it last night. 3 cheeseburgers.
But see, here's the problem though. Why I want to take McDonald's breakfast is why like someone else is just going to take another sandwich, and that's
Well,
like kind
yeah.
of that's kind of a waste of a first rounder.
well,
You know
there's a
what I'm
couple
saying?
iconic sandwiches on the menu. there.
That then the meal's just going to turn into like McDonald's, which McDonald's,
Which I thought was
value
well,
menus do
let's
you
keep
want?
going.
But no,
Do we want to cross that bridge right now? Because I'll just do it. I'll get it out of the way for you.
if you want, it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I sausage egg McMuffins at the top of my list. Like,
Wow.
That's my go-to order from McDonald's, regardless of the situation. But when you need it, and there is one right down the street from me, it's I've done the thing where like that McDonald's is probably like 100 yards from my house. Delivery.
I was
Delivery.
about to ask,
Yeah.
where's the cutoff? What's the cutoff
I
of getting
mean-
delivered? Because I've had that same internal debate in my own brain 8,000 times.
Yeah, I kind of think if it's like
I've gotten Gaslight delivered.
I think that's different.
that's downstairs.
Wait, no, you live next door. You literally
Yes.
live next door.
Yes, yes, I'm fully aware.
You're like, I'm not riding the elevator
You
You
today.
paid $11.99 for a guy to
it's-
take your elevator.
All right, I got a confession. A few months back, I was so hungover that I got Gaslight. They have sneaky good pizza,
Some of the best wings in the city.
They
and
have great wings.
their food in general is
There's
very
flavor
good.
in there.
And I didn't feel like not even just going to Gaslight to get the food. I didn't feel like going down to my lobby to get the food. So I told the guy in the delivery app that I had COVID and needed to leave it at my door.
I've done that same exact thing.
Oh, Bree, thank you. I felt
Yeah.
really disgusting about it though.
No,
I felt
do
dirty.
it like often.
Like you got to leave it at my door. Sorry, here's your tip. I don't want to
Yeah.
look at you
Over,
though.
I'm not getting up. I'm not traveling for that now.
Bree's
How
on my
many
side.
floors are you up?
He's up.
Well, I
pretty
got
high.
a elevator.
Oh, you
so,
do?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I was not about to.
It's a great
Take
pick.
that-
It's a great sandwich. We have a heavyweight battle going on here at 3-4, and I
I-
love it. I love that shit when it gets
that-
on the graphic,
yes.
and you're like, it's not just that you have sausage egg McMuffin and Eddie has a McGriddle. I mean, these motherfuckers are standing right next to each
So
other.
I've actually never had a McGriddle because I don't like the idea of my fingers getting syrupy, and I feel like there's too
Yeah,
much.
they won't.
Don't.
They won't.
They won't.
They don't.
I'll
That
say
doesn't
this.
happen.
Take a risk,
Yeah.
Chief.
I'm
Doesn't happen.
very,
enjoy it.
very loyal to the sausage egg McMuffin, but the McGriddle when we got it a couple weeks ago, excellent. That there's going to be many factions on Twitter picking or choosing.
battle there.
Arguing
yeah,
that?
yeah, it's great.
I regret my pick though. And I'm gonna get
See,
get screwed in the wrap.
I would, if you would have just said McDonald's, I was not going to veto that at all because, like I said, I'll pick and choose different things from the entire menu. But
Yeah, but you can't. You can't.
Yeah,
pick the-
I don't. The veto's fine with me. I get it.
It could have
but-
been restaurant then.
see, this is what I was going to
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
Okay.
for my pick. I was just
Well, it's
going to.
your pick.
It's my pick.
Yeah,
Oh,
now.
so you're
Dave's
up.
up, Dave's
You're
up.
up.
And I feel like this is going to be the same thing. I just order fucking Mexican food. Mexican food all fucking day. So how do we do that? Do I got
Man,
to
we're at a standoff now.
whittle
guys.
it down?
I think you have to pick.
Yeah, give
like-
us your order.
Yeah, I
What's your hungover
go a
order?
burrito suizo
All right,
steak.
so burrito.
with the al pastor taco. And then I'll get to the drink later.
Steak burrito, is that fine?
Burrito, yeah. But I'm not talking like Chipotle either, like Americanized Mexican food. I want like greasy, disgusting Mexican food.
Steak,
Like 4 a.m.
authentic
Mexican
steak
food.
burrito.
What's the mystery place on Wells that we can never find? But
Doghouse.
What do we
Yeah.
think? Well, what do we think about authentic steak burrito? Brie, do you like
Chaos.
that hungover?
No, that's too heavy. That's too much.
See, I'm a
whole
weirdo.
meal.
Like I could eat like a horse when I'm hungover.
So
Just constant.
It's a garbage disposal.
It's like a risk.
More than usual.
It's a risk, but if you can pile on something like that, something real heavy like that, and then it knocks you out, then that's like a good move.
What time are you doing this though, Dave?
So typically, this is how my hangovers work. It's usually I wake up, then the moment 11 o'clock hits, I'll time it so I can get my food ready to start at NFL kickoff.
Smart.
That's early for that. I feel though.
For the
Not
burrito?
me.
That's early for that.
It's lunch hour.
Yeah,
It's
but you're
lunch.
still like you're not settled by then.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works for you.
It's
it's not.
It's like a guarantee that I'm ordering Mexican.
Well, you don't
food.
like it?
No, I love the pick, and I didn't see it coming. Fork and knife, right? Or do you just fucking all over the place?
A chorizo. It's got the cheese melting on top, so you
Yeah,
kinda,
with the red sauce too.
I
right?
get the sauce on the side.
Okay,
because then
sauce
it
on the
gets
side.
like
Don't.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get dip it a little bit.
But this
use
is one of like you can't say Dave's not settled. Like one of his favorite things to do is post how many steps he takes in a day, which doesn't include going downstairs to pick up his food. Apparently,
Yeah,
so
true.
he'll get like 6 steps in. He's settled. He's settled
True.
into that couch spot.
the only thing that keeps me from my steps exceeding like 100 is I have a dog.
Today is January 3rd. How many? Assume you don't go to the dentist today. Today is January 3rd. How many steps are you taking?
Less than 250. and two like steps pile up a lot faster than you think. So like a few trips to the fridge and to take a piss, that's 250. But other than that, it's 24 straight
Let
hours.
the
of
record show it's one piss.
being
Though.
sideways.
Dave takes
Authentic
one piss a
steak
day, and
burrito.
it is 26 minutes long.
That's what I want from Dave.
Yep.
All right, Dave. What's
Good
your
pick.
next pick?
And my wraparound pick.
Yeah, you're back to back.
I'm kind of knocking out 2 with this one. Obviously, water is, like you said, it's not sexy at all, but it's just an absolute necessity. But I'm going with the mimosa. If I'm like looking to
Ooh,
get
good-
rid slash like I don't want to say it's I'm drafting this as the drink. Just make yourself a little mimosa, hair of the dog. You're feeling a little better. All the sugar from the orange juice, obviously. Then you get that, instant buzz, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's Sunday fun day. Let's do it."
Yeah.
Mimosa Brie, you like that pick?
I like that pick actually a lot, but it depends on this all depends on the level of the hangover. Like if you can't even think about alcohol, mimosa's got to be the worst pick that you could.
No,
pick.
that's the best pick. 'Cause I'd
No,
rather
if
if you can't think about alcohol, you're gonna do that over drinking a beer or a vodka soda where all you do is taste the alcohol.
No, I'm just not going to drink alcohol because I'm hungover.
But you're knocking 2
Naturally.
birds with one stone with a mimosa. It's kind
One
of
mimosa's not going to save me though. I would
but
need like 20.
one mimosa leads to more mimosas. If
I
I
guess
have
you're
one,
right.
I have 13.
Wait, so are
Yeah,
you
There ain't
that's
no
a
in
good pick,
between.
depending on the level of hangover.
The more I drink, the more I drink.
Responsibly.
Blake Shelton. I was just singing song lyrics. Yeah, I'm going mimosa.
I don't think she's at the age yet where where her hangovers are like I think that's part where it's more like an alcoholism thing. Like you still drink a lot to have fun and party with your friends, and
Yeah.
then as you get older, it's just more like
It's a medicine.
Yeah, feel good about, or maybe not as bad about stuff. So that's where I see where Dave's coming in like a hangover. Like, yeah, you can take
But-
a drink to the bank in the morning for
now,
sure.
even if you don't anticipate, like, even if you don't plan on drinking that day, you'll still go with mimosas
Oh,
to
yeah.
cure the hangover.
Really?
Yeah, 1 or 2. Fuck
So
yeah.
on one of those days where you're having 250 step days, you're having a mimosa on your couch
At least
with the
1 or 2.
burrito.
keeps
Yeah.
keeps
Really?
keeps,
Just
keeps
a
at
little-
least 2 bottles of prosecco in the back of his fridge at all times.
Wow.
Just a little flute glass.
You don't put it in.
I've
the
I've had
I don't
mimosas.
have- I don't-
I've had mimosas with Dave. I was helping you as much as I could.
I don't have flute glasses.
There's
It's
no
just
way.
it's one of the Barstool pint glasses typically that I stole from the office. But it's a mimosa
massive
nonetheless.
mimosa.
some mimosas and venison.
Yes.
Venison's not good for
With
a hangover,
authentic steak
unfortunately.
burritos.
Too lean. Need fatty
What,
shit.
dude? A hangover Sunday at White Sox Dave's house seems
Sounds awesome.
unbelievably
Oh,
wild.
dude, I blot out the sun with my blinds. It's like pitch black at all hours of the day.
All right.
Only using the TV for light, like Bree's doing right now.
Yep.
All right, Chief, you're up again.
I'm taking a Sprite. Sprite. I'd never drink soda anymore unless I'm like deathly hungover. And to your point, Bree, you need the bubbles. Like I feel like I get like the worst cotton mouth, and I think it's compounded by the snoring I mentioned. If you don't have the bubbles to break it up, like you're gonna have to have a gallon of water for every one thing of Sprite. So it's the only thing I drink. The only time I drink is when I'm hungover, and it's to me that is like the number one hangover drink. Specifically, like a McDonald's Sprite, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Okay. A McDonald's Sprite. And I think I made this point earlier. Something about McDonald's soda tastes different, and then whatever. I
Well,
don't know what the
that's
reason it is, or whoever, if this is true or not.
No, that's a widely known
Yeah.
thing. That it's different there.
The Sprite at McDonald's is just as good, or like the gap between Sprite from McDonald's and the next Sprite is just as
They
big
got
to me as the
something
gap
better, though.
between Coke and their.
By all means, Ed.
Would you say you only feel it when you're sick, Bree? Or what'd you say about Sprite?
I only drink soda when I'm hungover.
Same.
Yeah, same take.
Yep.
But the McDonald's Sprite, it's like it electrocutes your body when you drink it.
In a good way.
Yes, in the
Yeah.
best way possible.
Like it's like an EKG machine where it just or whatever that thing is
Yeah.
where it's like snaps you back in like the heart thing. The what is that called?
The fucking Marv?
Defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Say that word
yeah.
again. Can we get that?
Defibrillator.
Can I get that as my
Defibrillator.
text message notification?
Defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Fucking shocks you.
Yeah.
Wait.
Defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Why did you? What made you go ginger ale over Sprite then, Bree? What you still
I'm
holding
on
higher?
a ginger ale kick right now.
Oh.
It's really been helping my hangovers. And I'm always just stocked with ginger ale. I never have Sprite in my apartment, ever. Because I only want the McDonald's Sprite. Like I don't want.
It is really the McDonald's
That's
Sprite.
key. That's kind of where you went wrong. Why didn't you say McDonald's Sprite?
I did say McDonald's Sprite.
I think you just said Sprite originally, but
I have it written on my thing as McDonald's Sprite.
That's a McDonald's Sprite pick. That's not a.
yeah, I'll give it. I mean,
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
Whoa.
McDonald's Sprite. All right, it's back to me. I don't need a drink. I could save my drink, which is crazy. So, because everyone's taking one, I'm gonna take worst obligation, and it's a long drive. It's pretty simple. Whether it be back from college, whether it be really anything. But if you got a long drive back from a bachelor party, absolute worst. You just pray that you're not the one driving, and if you're the one driving, you're fucked because everyone's going right.
Well,
to bed.
then you have to be the DJ though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. Do you go to bed, or will you be the DJ?
If I'm hungover. I can't really remember my last super hungover road trip. Coming back from Vegas on a plane a few years ago, fucking horrible. I don't know that I've ever done a road trip just hungover as fucking balls.
Well, you didn't. I mean, you definitely did the drive from U of I home.
Oh, the
Hungover
Thanksgiving
as fuck.
drive's the worst drive of all time.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because Black
But it's only
Wednesday
like
and
2.5 hours max. But that 2.5 is like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done the one from Madison and, well, yeah. I don't know.
Do you want to tell the story about your trip back from U of I?
How about a drive home?
That one's...
How about a drive
that
home
one-
from Nashville?
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, that'd be a horrible one.
That's
See, what do you say, Brie?
I said it's awful.
Yeah.
I always have to do the drive back from Boston. Whenever I go back, I drive, and I did the Thanksgiving one, and I drove back on the Sunday, the worst day of the year to travel, and it's like a 4-hour drive max without traffic. I was brutally hungover. We sat in the car for 8 hours, and the last 2 hours, I just cried, and I couldn't stop crying. I just cried the whole last 2 hours. It was so bad.
It's awful. Like if you know you got to drive in the morning, it's a horrible, horrible, horrible obligation to be hungover for. So, I'm happy with that pick. I honestly debated in the first round. So,
It's a good pick.
long drive.
I can't imagine that's fun. Especially when you got a bunch of
I can't believe
cocksucking
you've never
friends over.
done it.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
definitely
I
has.
have, but like only a couple hours, not like to Nashville or to the East
Southern,
Coast. Or
yeah.
anything. Yeah. Like I didn't have that in college.
Yeah. All right, Brianna, back to you.
Okay, well, I was gonna go travel, but did you saying driving, does that like I can't go travel?
You could pick like another form of travel.
Okay, going to the airport. So I have to do this every Sunday after my college tours. And it's like I dread it so fucking bad. Going through TSA, having to wait for your bag, getting on the plane. I'm always on the back of the plane, waiting to get off the plane. Oh, and then you can't, all the college tours that we've been to, we go to these schools that are in the middle of fucking nowhere. So we go to the airport ready to drink before our flights. Nothing's open. And then we just cry. I would say traveling, 100% flights.
Yeah, flying. That's right.
Yeah.
Flying.
Yep. That would
The whole
actually.
TSA.
I think that's even worse than the drive. Personally,
Going to the airport.
just like you're in line, the TSA, you can't necessarily find a place to sit. You're scrambling, like you're just going to those Hudson Newses, like looking for
Salvation.
like,
hope.
salvation, and like everything, like that'll make me puke, that'll make me puke, that'll make me puke,
Yep.
and it's just
You
like
drop $100.
I lied. I remember. This wasn't even a
Stop
long
the draft.
No.
This wasn't even a long one.
Holy shit.
I went to New York City. This is like 6 or 7 years ago. I hung out with JJ for a night. Then I took a bus ticket from Penn Station to my grandparents' place in Jersey, and that's like an hour and a half bus ride. It's not long, but I pounded pink. What's vitamin
Whitney.
water?
Okay.
Vitamin water. I don't think pink Whitney wasn't a thing then. I pounded up vitamin water, and I went to the bus terminal, and I just puked pink shit everywhere, just fucking everywhere. It was the worst 2 hours of my life.
Okay.
It was fucking horrible.
Sounds bad.
Thank you, David. Flying's awful. I agree. I guess maybe
Yeah,
I'm.
It's not like necessarily the flying, but it's the TSA,
The whole
the waiting in line,
experience.
the walking to the gate. Yeah, the whole experience. Shit.
And the lights are bad. I feel like
Yeah.
the airport lights they hit a little different.
Big time. It's
yeah.
the fluorescent lights.
Yeah.
And there's just especially I feel like I notice
Hospital
it
light.
I notice it at O'Hare more than any other airport, but there's just like that constant like white noise of like the announcements. They're just I swear to God O'Hare's louder than any other airport. I hate O'Hare for that reason. So yeah, I hate going to the airport in general. That pick like
Now and then you have to have a mask on now when you're hungover
yeah.
at the airport. That even makes it 20 times worse.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. That flying was my number 2, so I like to pick a lot. So, Carl, back to you.
All right, I don't have to take Bree still has food, but I don't think we're gonna have much crossover there. All right, I'm gonna go to obligation, and this is an honest to God, truthful fucking thing. Obviously, no one wants to be at the airport hungover, and certainly can be said about a long drive. But pound for fucking pound, I think Dave might be able to relate the best to me on this one. There is absolutely nothing worse than having the same old consistent corporate America 9-to-5 fucking job you got to go to on like a Monday where you're making cold calls and shit. Dude, you're just like sitting in a cube and you're fucking drinking a Monster and you're like, God, dear God.
I don't know how I would do it. I would go out to like 4 a.m. Our work hours at my old job were 7 a.m. till 5 p.m. I don't know how I would do it.
It's called being young.
So I think it's
I
like
don't know
my
how I
pick
do
here is like,
How would you qualify this?
yeah. So let me think for a second. There are literally days in corporate America where I'd be in Excel, like writing macros and like doing VLOOKUPs on large data sets. And I would be seeing like 3 different screens, and then you're on like conference calls and you have like emails. You're like, hey, Gary, yeah, like I'm totally working on that. And deep down inside, you're like, I'm 27. This drinking problem's not going away. Like this is getting worse. Those are some of the worst days of my life. Working
Same
at Grant
lights as the
Thornton and
airport.
sitting there business casual. Yeah.
Did they monitor
Same lights
your
as
call
the
log?
light. No, but no.
It wasn't
no.
like it wasn't necessarily a thing for me
In
personally.
insurance they did, not when I worked in accounting.
At my old job, they like if you were a new hire, they expected at least 100 outbound calls a day. But once you were more established, like you could have 5 and they didn't give a fuck. But like when I first started and I'd be hungover as balls, I would wait till someone picked up the phone and I would just hang up so it counted as a call, and then I would fake have conversations selling freight because I didn't feel like talking. I'd be like, oh yeah, you want to move this load from St. Louis to fucking Arkansas?
We got
No? Okay, well let me know if you got a truck with like it was just me talking to a fucking dial tone.
So I think just work, right?
just like corporate
Worst obligation at
America.
work?
Yeah, because like, work.
Yeah,
I guess
work.
9 to 5,
Yeah.
something like work.
Work, yeah.
Yeah.
That plays across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, it's like, can I be more creative with work? I've got water. I've got work. Things are coming together. We're in the third round?
Yeah, you're up again.
Okay, I'm going to go to the cure, and I'm going to take marijuana.
All right.
Marijuana is a great cure for hangovers. In a lot of forms. So, taking marijuana.
Surprised you didn't say weed. You know, triple W's there.
Oh,
I like that. A little alliteration on the draft.
All right.
Really nice. Try it again.
all right. With the first pick in the third overall, I'm staying on the W train.
Taking weed.
I'm taking weed.
Did you want that? It sounded. Is that what you said, Bree? It sounded like
I
you took your
wanted that
pick.
one, yeah. What kind of weed like are we talking? Are you talking you're smoking?
Yo,
You're
I'm
taking
talking
edibles?
Triple 17. No, just kidding. I'm talking. Yeah, I mean, if I have a choice now, why do I have to pick? Do I have to pick what form it's in?
I think
No,
she's
just like
asking.
what would you prefer?
Oh, okay, yeah. You're being friendly. It's a little. I would like probably well, I'd like to smoke it.
Some dro, bro.
I would like to smoke either a really big bowl. I mean a bong hit, a good clear bong hit, maybe some ice in the water. Like who doesn't like that? Like
How about the gas mask?
I haven't used a gas mask before, but if you brought a gas mask in here, I would absolutely love to do that on video.
You like the gas mask, Bree?
I've done the gas mask a few times. I don't know hungover if that's what I'd want to do.
I'd say edibles, but those sometimes that's just like a very unpredictable experience. What about yourself? Are you like a cartridge? Or what's the do you dab?
I'm just a regular old joint, roll a joint, smoke a joint. Edibles, especially when you're hungover, I feel like the anxiety mixed with an edible can just ruin your life. You could ruin your day really fast with that. So
Yes.
smoke a joint.
The anxiety with hangover is very high, and I think there's other pharmaceuticals out there that can address that. But like when you're hungover, you're like, I don't want any of that near me. I don't want any of that stuff near me. I want just old fashioned weed. Weed is tight, bro.
I'm just not a big weed guy until I discovered 3-Chi, so I just can't. Like I just don't.
Nah, but it's gonna.
Yeah,
it's gonna,
it'll
that's,
play.
That's
It'll
gonna
play.
big
Yeah.
time for sure. All right, water, work, weed. Brianna, you're up again.
What am I doing? Do I have to do food?
No, you can
So
pick.
you need food. You need.
Obligation.
No,
No.
she got
Oh,
that.
yeah,
you
yeah,
need
yeah.
food. You need cure, and you need mindless program.
Okay. What should I do right now? Food?
Anyone you want.
That's
Are you
up to you.
hungover right now?
Things work. Yeah, do food. I feel like it kind of actually. Okay, food. Can I do a McDonald's thing, or did you take McDonald's?
No, you can take McDonald's.
Yeah, Chief did it too. So
You just can't take a McGriddle or a sausage egg McMuffin.
Okay, then Big Mac meal.
all right.
Wow,
Big
going
Mac.
into the afternoon.
Yeah, well, I'm not eating right when I wake up though. Like I'm trying to feel it out, see if I puke what I gotta puke, sleep as long as I possibly can to sleep it off. Then I usually wake up at like noon, and then it's Big Mac time.
Okay, I was gonna ask. Are you one of those that wakes up early as fuck when they
I
drink?
can't do it.
You're like
So
that,
I
right?
wake up early,
Me?
throw up, and then go back.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't sleep in if I tried.
Yep. Can't
I'll
do it
lay
anymore.
around all day and I'll like doze in
Yeah,
and out of
see that?
consciousness, but
Yep.
I'm not sleeping in. I'll be up by 8.
Well, when I drink, I don't like go to bed until like the sun comes up. So like I have to sleep.
Yeah, I do that. I just can't sleep. I physically cannot sleep in. It's impossible for me because of corporate America.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Yeah.
waking up at noon, Big Mac's like, that's
It's a great pick.
Yeah.
Great flavor, great value. Everybody loves going to McDonald's.
Dave Big Mac guy.
I-
Why do you hate McDonald's lunch so much?
I just don't like it. I think it's gross.
I think McDonald's plays so much when you're hungover because it's so fast and you just like know you're like, all right, just get in, getting out.
And there's
It's so
there's
easy.
no guesswork. Like it's gonna be the same every single time. You know what? Like it's
Yeah.
old faithful. Like you can just set your watch to it. Like you know what you're gonna get. You know it's gonna hit the spot.
And they've clearly cornered the market as being like it just pops into your brain first, like ginger ale does when you're sick. Like it's
Yep.
boom.
Yeah.
All right, just give me the arches.
And they've never really like marketed it that way.
No,
You know,
which
it's just
is kinda
like the
crazy.
whole
They
universe.
just started doing a hangover commercial at McDonald's
Oh,
Oh,
really?
this
Wow.
year. I remember seeing it and I was like, what? Like it took them long enough to do that.
That's genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably afraid of getting like
What the
kind of
hell?
canceled because they're marketing to drunk idiots. But
Well,
it's like it's at the same time smart. They should be.
Yeah.
All right, Big Mac meal off the board. It's back to me. Hey, but before I make my third round pick, you know I got to talk about finance. I got to talk about getting everything in order here. It's a new year. You want to get off to a good start here. And there's no better way to do that than using Upstart, because if you found yourself under a little bit of credit card debt, maybe you were a little too heavy there during Christmas season, Upstart's there for you to start being smarter about your debt. Okay. So Upstart is a fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan that's all done online, whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses. Over 1 million people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. Rather than looking at your credit score alone, Upstart considers other factors like your income, current employment, and credit history to find you a smarter rate for your loan. And you can check out your rate without impacting your credit score within minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. You can even receive the funds as fast as one business day after accepting your loan, which is important if you need the money a little sooner. So find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/Eddie. That's upstart.com/Eddie, EDDIE. Don't forget to use our URL, to let them know that we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined once again based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. One more time, that's upstart.com/Eddie, EDDIE. Go use Upstart. We're doing the Hungover Draft. Don't make a hungover decision. Start using Upstart. Start being smarter about paying off your debt. Okay. Yeah, I need
You need an ad read.
a drink, a cure. We
don't have them yet.
It's too early.
Oh.
It's too early. We haven't got 10, 20.
That's why he's reading off the categories.
Okay. Was there a local spot in the neighborhood you want to give us?
Mindless program. Oh, I should do a local ad. That'd be great. Goodies in River
The Eagle
Grove.
Man? You want to do that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on down.
Can we do the Eagle
My
Man?
local gyro.
Yeah. What is it?
Goodies in River Grove.
All right.
Great spot.
Check it
Dennis.
out.
He has lines behind the counter. He's great. Here's the tough part. Like, I want to take a drink because, like, I feel like this is where it flows in the best, but I don't need to take one because everyone's taking. So, with that, I guess I'm just going to wait, and I'm going to take my cure, and I feel like I'm a fraud if I don't take the bathhouse.
Yep. Thank you.
So the fucking sauna, you just go in there, you just melt, you sweat all the fucking toxins out, and that gets you fucking fresh and right to go. So
It sounds great. I've never done it myself. The only thing is it requires you getting off the couch
Correct.
and
Yes.
going somewhere.
correct.
And I'm trying to avoid that at every single possible cost.
It helps though, man. You get into the cold pool, you fucking plunge. Like, there is like a little system. You'll walk out of there feeling good again, which is nice.
Would you do it? What is it called? Schwitz?
Yeah, Schwitz.
Would you
well,
do
that's
one
like a
with me?
steam room. Yeah, if you want to go, I'll go. You could go.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
go.
do
Let's
it.
go to the
Sure.
Turkey one.
Well,
On
there's
the Russian Turkish bathhouse.
yeah,
on the
there's
Vision.
a couple. There's a couple.
That one's near me.
Plays. Love an executive. Little 10-minute sauna, 10-minute steam, 10-minute tub. Touch all bases.
So, okay, here, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I do.
Say you got a 10 out of 10 hangover. It's just crippling, fucking puking, nauseous. You go to the bathhouse. What's the level of the hangover after you leave? Or say give it a little bit of time to set in, an hour after you leave the bathhouse.
You'll definitely shave off a couple points, but I mean you'll still, but there is it just wipes you. It just like cleans you out. It's very nice. Have you ever done one, Bree?
No, when I'm hungover, I need to get wet, so I need to go swimming, or either I need to take a cold shower. Like in the summer, cure hopping in the pool 100%, going to the beach. But in the winter, it's kind of tough, so I just hop in a cold shower. But I'm not a sauna girl. I feel like that's suffocating to me.
Yeah, I mean you could even do it in like a home one, but
Yeah.
you got to have the right setup. But
I almost feel like that's the day 2 of the recovery.
the bathhouse.
Yeah.
I could see
You're
that
still
for
going?
sure. Like you still got a little lingering side effects of obliterating your body. Oh, let's just go clean this thing out completely.
Well, the thing is too is if it's a Friday and then you're hungover on a Saturday, you could do this at like 3 p.m. And that'll do all this stuff in the morning, and then you go to the bathhouse at like 3, and then by 5 you're like, all right, I gotta go out again Saturday, and then that will like have you cleared up, ready to go. So I don't know. I'd be a fraud if I didn't take it.
Yep.
So I had to
Good
take
pick.
it. Chief, back to you.
All right, so I want to preface this one with I love my parents, like talking to my parents. They're great people. There's nothing worse than having to have a phone call or just like if you're home for the holidays and sitting there, they're just asking you about your life.
Absolute fucking
who are you
worst.
dating? What's your job like? And it's just like they're trying to catch up, and all you're trying to do is stay alive. And you're trying to be nice, and you don't want them to necessarily know how hungover you are.
Right, yeah.
So you're like hiding it, and you're just like, please leave me the fuck alone. Shut the fuck up. I love you. Please go away. And if you want to make me something while you go away, that would be great too. But but talking to your parents when you're hungover to me is like the absolute worst obligation.
You look like So you agree with that, Bree? That's
I won't do
Yeah,
it.
that was my second.
I won't fucking do it. If I see my mom or dad's calling, I give them the fuck you button so fast my head spins.
I mean, it's Mary Sunshine though. You got to talk to Mary Sunshine.
I don't care if it's Jesus Christ himself.
It's a great pick.
I am not talking on the phone.
It's a fantastic pick, Chief. I gotta say.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good.
White Sox, Dave, you're up again.
I'm going with worst obligation next. I'm going yard work. There was nothing fucking worse than getting home from anything. Hit the fucking, hey, yard's got to get cut. My dad had an acre lot growing up, and he had a fucking hand mower to cut it with. You know how long it took to push a goddamn lawnmower across that grass? 2 hours. And not only that, he would make me pick up the dog shit and put it into like a fucking garbage bag and get rid of it. It was the worst. I would have rather taken a bullet to the fucking brain.
I would refuse the dog shit part of it, and I would just run it over with the mower, be like, I didn't find much, and then it's just like, in my head, I'm like, that's fertilizer.
I try to, but like my dad's an asshole, and he'll know if I'm hungover, so he'll just like be a dick to like make it worse.
Yeah.
So like you're sitting there sweating, you can fucking smell the alcohol pouring out of your skin. It is the worst thing on the planet to do hungover.
You ever gone to Country Thunder?
Yeah,
I have. I quit after 2 days.
So like 4 days like in the mud, like you're just like you're sleeping maybe you get maybe 4 hours tops like the whole weekend. And I've never felt so bad for my buddy. We're all coming back Monday morning, like everyone's ready to like go right to bed when they get home, and he gets a call from his dad, and you just hear on the other end, Hope you're not tired because we got a lot of work to be done when you get home. And I've never felt more sorry for him than that day.
It's the worst fucking thing on. And I had to cut the yard every Saturday morning. That was like growing up. It was the eldest child's job and responsibility. Cut the grass every Saturday morning. So it was by 9 a.m. I'm fucking pushing this goddamn lawnmower, and that's like a lot of work in and of itself. Especially for a yard that big.
It's hard when you're sober.
Yeah, when you're sober, like you're busting your ass, you're sweating your dick off. And it is the worst possible thing you can do when you're hungover.
You hit the yard work?
I've never touched a lawn.
Do you got an older brother?
My mom does it. She likes mowing the lawn.
Oh, really?
My mom would
but
do
my
it
parents also treat me like a princess. So they wouldn't even want to ask me to do that because they knew I wouldn't.
You should do that for the vlog. Like you should be like deathly hungover and like do some yard work. I think that'd be fun.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'd like to see you edge.
Yeah, that was always a punishment for me. Having to specifically.
You talked about your lawnmower.
Yeah,
piece of shit.
Yeah, with the chicken wire.
The chicken wire and the 4 different size wheels.
Lawnmower.
Yeah.
All right, Dave. Great pick. You're up.
Good pick.
All right, I'm going. Because my cure, I know it's not going to get touched, but mindless program, there's so many good ones out there. I don't want to take the easy ones because they're easy, a.k.a. they're boring. So I'm just going to take it. I love it. I've watched 1,000 of these episodes. I'm going with Pawn Stars. I don't care.
You motherfucker.
It's so fucking perfect because it's mindless. Like, but at the same time, you're like, as you're dozing in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
You're like learning something because they bring in all the experts in, and it's like a little history lesson. It's funny. Chumley's
this is the only one I had on my list.
No.
Oh, there's a million.
I thought there's
this
no
is the
way.
deepest category.
There's so many.
But
easy
I
ones.
wanted Pawn Stars because Pawn Stars is the perfect one because you don't got to put nothing on. You don't got to hit Netflix and like decide what you want to watch.
They set that show up so perfectly, Ed, because they bring something in and then it cuts to a commercial. It's like, holy shit, what is this guy going to sell this obscure object for? And you have to wait to the end of the episode to get see the haggling and to get the cost and what they sell it for.
I really wanted Pawn Stars.
I have a friend, a woman friend, who got hit on in Vegas by Chumley, and said that he was like a disgusting creep, which should come as a shock to
just out of curiosity. Does she?
Let's get Chumley's side of the story too before we.
You know who it is.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Right?
You made it sound like it was like a casual.
She's
mind.
probably listening right now. In fact, I'll tell you afterwards.
Well, it's like
Hey,
Bree Chumley.
Sorry.
You like Chumley?
Chumley. Didn't he just get like caught doing some bad shit?
he got popped with a like weapons arsenal with like ARs with serial numbers filed
I
off.
thought he was like being a
and methamphetamine.
Could have happened to anybody.
Yeah, could have happened to anybody.
That's a casual.
But he cleaned himself up, I guess. Both him and the brother
he's
lost
like,
a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they found crystal meth,
Yeah, and guns.
marijuana, Xanax, and multiple firearms.
He's a party animal.
Yeah. Shout out Chumley. Fuck, I gotta pivot. I don't know what I'm gonna take.
Oh, there's a
now.
bunch of easy ones.
There's so
But
many.
that's the perfect one for
Right.
me.
Yeah.
It's a
You know what I
perfect
mean?
one for this exact, but obviously there's going to be others drafted that just all these idiots that are listening right now are going to be like, oh, yeah, that's the one because it's a more popular one.
Mm-hmm.
Pawn Stars is a great pick. I had Pawn Stars, and then I'm between two other shows.
You're up. Are you gonna
I
take
know.
a show?
I guess I'll. Fuck. Because one of them is like my favorite show of all time, but it's also like the perfect hangover show. No, I'm gonna go the other way because then I don't have to worry about like firing up Netflix or anything, or it's actually on Amazon Prime. The other one, I'm taking House Hunters. House Hunters, same exact format as Dave's, where it's like you see some shitty house in the beginning, and it's like, oh my god, what house are they gonna take? You don't have to like actually like put any thought or pay attention, or really like I think I like the whole HGTV catalog, and it's just like. There's no explosions. There's no loudness. It's everybody talking in like kind of like hushed tones, and then they just have that little jingle coming in and out of commercial. That's perfect. And if you fall asleep, doesn't fucking matter. I'll just say House Hunters, but I really like all of the HGTV like Sunday programming.
I've never watched a single second of it, and I want to.
House Hunters is great.
Oh, I'm sure
House
it is.
Hunters is
Oh,
great, and all
yeah,
the
I love those kind
Channel
of
179.
Yep, and then you're like, oh, what's oh, well, could I afford a house there? And it's like, nope. But then you fantasize like,
Oh,
man,
dude,
it'd be
it'll be
so
like-
much better to be hungover in Belize right now, and my fucking pad that's worth, my shack that's worth $1.1 million. And but yeah, so I love House Hunters.
International's better than original.
I
and,
agree.
And they have more, but there's way more episodes of the domestic one. And it'll be so funny when they've got like a newlywed couple, and some guy in like fucking capri pants and like, long hair who's like, yeah, I'm a freelance, I'm in freelance consulting and design. And then they like get to the budget and he's like, yeah, our budget's like 1.6 million. You're just like, I fucking hate this.
Yeah, that
motherfucker
is
so
like
much.
the meme about it, where it's like, how does everybody have so much money? Like they have no job, but then they have like this insane budget. So, but yeah, I think that's just anything where there's no chance of anything loud happening or any like there's no like action. Like you're never gonna get dizzy. You're never gonna have to like turn away from the TV. Like it's to me that's like the perfect mindless show.
You get down on House Hunters, Bree?
Yeah, House on HGTV, all of that stuff. I love it. But for me, like people my age, no one has cable anymore. So like I have to go with the streaming device.
Yeah, that's fair.
Damn, that is true. I didn't realize the cord cutter thing was that traumatic. Everybody here has cable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Carl?
That's-
Cable?
Yeah, I do. Wait,
I'm
I'm just
on a
realizing
crusade against
so,
Comcast right
so
now, by
it's
the way.
show. It has to be show.
No, it could be like a mindless program.
Mindless
So
program.
like whatever program that is, like
It's like something I can watch.
Yes.
That's mindless.
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm up. It's gonna be the basic bitch answer, and I think Dave was alluding to this. I wanted Pawn Stars, but I guess I got to go with The Office, which is fine. 22 minutes.
Yeah.
You're in, you're out, you laugh, and it's easy.
That you're not thrilled with it, it might win you the draft.
I know, and it feels a little
No.
dirty. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Everybody loves The Office.
It is basic bitch, though, right, Bree?
Yeah, I was like, when Dave started saying like, don't go the easy route, I was gonna go The Office. I have another one that's easy too, but like, it might win you the draft, like they're saying, because it's The Office.
Stuff.
And I'll
but,
take solace knowing
You
that
can
I
throw
got the
any
better
episode on.
hangover
Yeah.
show. Not show, hangover show.
but it does apply, though. Office is
for
a
sure.
good hangover
Yeah,
show,
that's
too, though.
that's like a very, very important prereq for a hangover show to me is 30-minute episodes, 22 with commercials.
You need quick
You
ones.
need bang, 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 bang.
You need quick ones. So
We're not talking about Sopranos. Awful hangover show.
I should be happier, but it is what it is. Bree, you're up.
Okay. See, I'm a little stuck because I wanted to go The Office, but I have to think about it. Like I said, no one my age has cable. And I'm a girl, so like mine might be different than your guys' shows. I'm thinking reality TV maybe because it's very mindless. But also when I'm super hungover, I want something to at least distract me a little from thinking about my hangover. Like it can't be too mindless where I'm like, oh my God, my stomach hurts so bad I can't even like watch this show. So I Fuck. I think I'm gonna have. No, that's too mindless. I think I'm gonna. I don't know if anyone's gonna like this one, but me and all my friends. This is our hangover show, Law and Order.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't hate that show.
That's a come home shit faced drunk and pass out to you show for me.
Man, so many. That's a good one.
Yeah, no, Law and Order, because it's like it sucks you in, but it's also so easy because it's so poorly written. It's so stupid,
Yeah.
but like
It
you
is.
also
It's
cry,
awful.
you
But it
laugh.
gets your
Yeah.
brain working just enough.
Just enough, yeah, but it's not a special victims unit, like specifically. I would go that.
Those are the fucked up crimes.
Yeah, yes, Olivia Benson.
No, I think that's going to hit for a lot of people. That show is wildly popular.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Does the theme song help or hurt though?
I think it helps because it's
It
like
alleviates a
I
little
think it
bit.
gets you excited a little bit.
because it's like we've been saying mindless. It's a very mindless theme
Yeah.
song.
You're a big. You like the crime shows, right?
I really like Law and Order CI with Vincent D'Onofrio and then Becky from Full House.
Okay.
And that just it just hits. I watched it a lot with my dad as a kid because there's something happened. Something happened when I was a kid where my dad discovered Law and Order CNI. Where like it was like one day dad didn't know what it was, and the next day it was like, what's dad doing? He's watching Law and Order CNI. And the phase lasted, I want to say, like 7 years.
A long time.
Oh, I mean, he was he's like he hadn't missed a CI, so it was just like a thing when you were around. It was like Law and Order CI. If it was on, that thing was fucking on. So I have a ton of respect for the pick. Is my point, Bri. I have a boatload of respect. It's a very good pick. I prepped not like shows, so
Well, you're up, so you could go there. Or what else do you need? You need a food too, right?
yeah, a food and a mindless. So I took I have a mindless movie that's number 1 on my list. I'm almost nervous to take it because when I feel I'm so confident about something is usually when I'm dead wrong. When I'm walking around like I'm sure. I came in here, I wanted Heat Miser so bad for that Christmas shit draft, guys, and was like, I'm getting it now. I've been tapping my toes waiting to say this because when I'm hungover, I'm telling you, this movie, it's way better. And now you Papa Doc to me on this pick too. I'm going to say you're going to laugh in my face about this. But I'm taking Armageddon. I'm taking Bruce Willis. I'm taking fucking Steve Buscemi. I'm taking Owen Wilson. I'm taking the storyline. I'm taking the soundtrack.
Wait, Owen Wilson's in Armageddon?
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah,
dies.
yep.
Yeah, he's a geologist.
Dies kind of early, I think.
Yeah, he's a geologist, specialist, rock specialist. Yeah,
don't
one of
remember
the
being
foremost leading rock specialists. I know it's not popular. I'll be honest, while you guys were saying your picks, I was
If
like,
it's-
these
if it's
actually, I
important
probably
to
would
you-
rather watch House Hunters.
Armageddon.
But when you said mindless hangover TV or mindless programming, to me, my head, I'm just like Armageddon. I tried to get away from Armageddon, and now that we've already said what we would take, I was like Gladiator. But Gladiator, the music, it's not mindless enough. Like I could just put that on and just replay over and over and just come in and out of these.
I think
What about the part where they get up to like they're whipping around the asteroid? They're up to 12 Gs, and you're like, "What am I
Yeah,
watching?"
about to
I
have a
might just
seizure.
puke when I'm sober watching that.
I almost changed my pick while you were saying like I like it because it's peaceful. House Hunters.
Yeah.
I was like, now maybe Armageddon's not going to play because we're hungover.
Well, if it plays for you, it plays for you.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. I think it is good because it's like the prototypical Saturday morning
Yes.
TBS movie.
Yeah.
So if that's what you're watching, that's what you're watching. I wouldn't watch it. I would fucking get rid of that shit instantly. But if it plays for you, it plays for you.
My goal with these shows is to take a nap, and I feel like I don't want to be woken up by anything. Like that's why I just anything that like there's a ton of documentary series that I love that I wouldn't pick because there might be like the off explosion where I'm like I can't do it.
yeah.
So no, I like that movie though. I feel like that movie gets unnecessarily hated on.
Well, because the fucking science
it's not
nerds
good.
are like, oh, it's scientifically inaccurate.
I mean,
who
the opening
fucking
scene
cares?
is an explosion in outer space, which there are people who just don't like the fact, like, yo, there's no fire in space. You know, like the guy, like his helmet gets knocked off and he's in
Yeah.
space and he's like, ah, it's like there's
Oh,
no
yeah,
sound in
good point.
space.
I didn't see Armageddon
vacuum.
coming though. I'll be honest.
I didn't. I'm
No,
I think a
it's-
lot of people did.
I think it's. I'm gonna write a blog about this because I was thinking about this the other day.
Well, it's a Christmas movie.
It's just one of those really, really shitty movies that's actually good. That, like, my favorite awful movie, and it won't apply to this, is Never Back Down. It's objectively a fucking terrible movie,
The Rock
but
in
I
it?
love that movie.
I don't
No,
think
it's
I've ever seen it.
it's Cameron Guigenet, and then the hot chick from Pineapple Express. What's her name?
Let's come back to it.
We'll come.
Bree, have you seen Armageddon?
Nope. If we're being honest, I just Googled it on my phone. Came out the year before I was born.
Fuck, it's that old?
Yeah.
Classic. Been
what-
watching that fucker for years.
What year did that come out?
98.
Fuck.
You were born in
Yeah.
97?
No.
I was born in
99?
99.
Sorry.
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, now here's another fun fact about
That's
Armageddon.
crazy.
I'd argue that if you're hungover, you're like, you fall asleep, you wake back up. Armageddon's a movie where you can jump into it at any point in time. You don't need any fucking background at all. It just, if you catch it an hour in Armageddon, that last hour and a half is a great experience. If you catch the last half hour, wherever you jump in Armageddon, Armageddon's great.
That scene where that's another thing though. I'm thinking like that scene where they're having to defuse the bomb in outer space on the asteroid.
It's always on the edge of the seat.
It might be the most intense scene in movie history.
Do you know what the most romantic scene in movie history is? The animal cracker scene
With Liv Tyler?
with Liv Tyler and
Ben Affleck?
Bree. You would love it.
Get back
Ben
to us on
Affleck
the animal
and
cracker
he's
scene.
dancing the animal crackers, and I always thought it was kind of
Armageddon.
weird that she was like banging him to her dad's song, but that's like semantics.
Yeah, guys, come over, get high. We'll watch Armageddon.
Armageddon. All right, Carl, your
While
last
eating
pick.
Mexican food and drinking water that tastes like shit.
I haven't picked food yet. All right, I'm doing food. I'm not going to McDonald's. You guys can go to McDonald's.
That's exactly how it would go too. If you're like hungover with a bunch of boys in the dorm room, we're like, you guys can go. I'm not getting.
I'm not
McDonald's.
doing that shit.
You guys can.
You
go to
guys have
McDonald's.
all picked food, so I'll tell you what I'm in between. I'm in between watermelon, and I'm in between I'm gonna take. No, I need food.
Need food.
Yeah, I need food. I'm going to a diner, and I'm gonna get the Marianne stack from the University of Illinois. I'm gonna get a diner. It's a fucking diner. It's like a diner special breakfast. I don't know how to fucking explain it, but
What's
I'll
on
read
it?
it off the menu. The Marianne stack from Marianne's Diner. The diner stack is hash browns topped with cheese,
Just get a skillet. That was what
hamburger,
I was down
sausage
to.
patties, 2 eggs, and then smothered with delicious sausage gravy. This is a staple. Anybody who went to Illinois, like this.
That sounds so good.
And I have the most of these under my belt hungover. Like this was a thing. So
Marianne's stack is what it's called.
it's
What you want me to put?
No. It's like a diner skillet. Diner skillet.
Okay,
Yeah,
Diner
that was
skillet.
number 2 for me.
I love a good skillet.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I want to give recognition to Mary Ann's Diner and the Diner Stack, but I also think it's stupid for us, as from a promotional standpoint, to put that like.
Yeah.
Most people would be like, "What the fuck is this?" So, in an effort
that's
to
a
bridge
skillet.
the gap,
That's a skillet.
Diner skillet. It's a long-winded explanation. I love a Mary Ann's Diner. If you like the Diner Stack you've experienced, I want to talk to you. Thank you.
A skillet. Go ahead, Chief.
Dave, you go ahead.
A skillet is good at all hours, though, when you're shit-faced. I
Yes.
had one on Sunday at 24, the place out Chicago Skillet, or what is it called? Diner 24? Whatever it is. Chicago and, like, Larrabee. Had a skillet. I'll eat a skillet if I'm just, nice crisp fall morning, or I'll eat a skillet when I'm hungover as balls.
When I think of skillets and White Sox Dave, I think of the Hollywood Grill. Like the amount of times you and I have been there at like 2 a.m.
Yep.
Be like, what should we have for drunk food right now? And we're both just like, let's
Skillet.
get us the greasiest,
Skillet.
grossest skillet in the world.
That's great value in the 5th round.
Sure is,
And
yep.
you're probably lucky you didn't take watermelon over that.
Yeah,
But
Yeah. Skillet.
it'll hydrate you.
I mean, not to go all honorable mention here, but like watermelon's so much different than the 4 things you picked.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you're trying to, it's like, oh, well, it's different. That's it.
No, when you said watermelon, I was like, oh, wait, yeah, that's not a bad idea. And also, depending on how hungover you are, watermelon could
Yeah,
revive you.
I don't think I've ever done
Cold.
that, but I think it sounds good.
I like
A summer hangover with the pool and watermelon.
What about vodka or booze-infused watermelon?
No, that ruins.
But
the watermelon.
you have zero hint of alcohol taste or anything. You know it's there, but it tastes like
I
watermelon.
think that's impossible. Those are always taste like
that's
straight vodka.
Have you ever had any? You let it sit for like weeks and they
Yeah.
become the same thing.
Weeks, the food will go bad, won't it?
No,
Yeah.
not in the vodka. Won't you put it in one of the
You got to freeze it though, right?
No.
You want me to leave the fruit out for weeks?
Yeah, weeks.
You put it in one of the, what are the fucking glasses called?
Mason jar.
Mason jars. You put them in the mason jars. You seal it, and you fill it with vodka, and then
That would probably be fine.
yeah, it doesn't go bad, and then it sits there, and the vodka water, or the vodka turns into watermelon water, and the watermelon turns into vodka, and it's just like you get completely shit faced. It's awesome. It's great.
All right.
Speaking of which, my dad brought home moonshine from Tennessee, and I have it fermenting in my fridge as we speak at home.
You mean it's fine?
I got a bunch of cayenne peppers and shit in there. It's gonna be good. It's a little concoction I made. I'm gonna bring it in soon.
Jesus, Dave.
Holy shit. Dude.
I don't know what to respond.
I'll bring it in tomorrow,
Moonshine.
actually. William Williams is making cayenne pepper.
Have you ever had
moonshine?
good moonshine?
Yep.
Dude, it is like the best fucking shot you'll ever take. And you think it's like bathtub, backwoods Tennessee shit. It's delicious.
All right. Bree, you need a cure.
All right, cure. I'm pissed. I wanted to go with weed. I could get like philosophical and go time, but I don't know if I could say that. A cure.
Surprised you're not going to go with your classic.
Yeah.
I know. No, I'm a little bit out on that just because I hate Dunkin' Donuts and I don't want to give them any more. So
You don't have to. You
I like that.
Your
other
other
places
thing, though.
sell that.
Grudge Brie.
Well, no, she already
no,
has a
they're
beverage.
not the
so.
same. They're not the same, Dave. The Dunkin' one is just different. But I'm gonna go. Cure. Can I say swimming? But you said bathhouse.
Oh yeah, you
you
could
could
take
definitely
swimming.
say
It's way
swimming.
different.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought
So-
you were going to take, jumping into a pool.
Yeah, okay. I thought you mixed that in with the bathhouse and you said take a dip in the
Oh.
so I couldn't go it.
No, yeah.
Bathhouse is way, way different.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
jumping
yeah.
in the
Okay.
pool.
Yeah, jumping in the pool.
Yeah, that's. I was waiting for that. And you swear by this, right?
Yeah, no, I really do.
Yeah. Hank's always said the same thing. Jumps in the ocean, jumping in the pool.
Any form of water, jump
yeah,
in it.
That works.
Did you
guys
grow
ever
up at
tried
the
this?
pool?
Yeah.
I feel like, that's not something that we in the Midwest have access to really. Like, there'll be the one buddy group.
Yeah.
A lot of
We're
people.
one
have
buddy in
pools,
the
Dave.
group. A lot of people have pools.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I think
can't
Dave's point though, but if you go to
disagree with
Arizona,
that.
everybody has a pool.
Everybody
in
has
California
a
has
pool.
a pool.
Everybody out there
has
has a pool.
Yeah.
But
like-
I don't think the pool ratio is that different from Massachusetts to Illinois. She's taking jumping in.
Oak Lawn has no pools.
I'm
Oak
not
Lawn
gonna
has
lie.
one pool. It's at the Hurley's
I had
house.
one
told
buddy
the
with
story
a
about
pool.
Walter Payton.
One buddy.
That's
growing up.
surprising.
Yeah, we had one. Well, and then Aguiar's had above ground, good above ground too. Baked in deck, a lot of grills, pool, but a lot of toys. So I think of two good ones.
I also thought I'm gonna just be Kurt. I thought Bree was from Long Island. I don't know why. I didn't know you were from Massachusetts. Sorry.
I'm from Massachusetts.
She said that
I
earlier
just
in the
assumed
podcast.
that everybody, or not that you, but I assumed everybody from Long Island has a pool. Like everybody.
You thought Beer's from Long Island?
I did. I
No,
thought she was
Rhea's
from like
Long Island.
Tommy
She doesn't
and
have a pool.
I could be wrong.
Oh wait, no, she does have a pool. You're right.
Yeah,
you
but
go.
Ed says a lot of people, like I would say not even close to a lot of people have pools.
A lot of my friends growing up.
But they
had
have access, or like go in the ocean.
I
or go
know,
in
but
the lake.
I mean, we don't have an ocean. We have a lake, I guess.
Jump in the water.
Hamlin Park's got a nice pool.
But
You go to the
what
public-
I'm
any
getting
public
at
pools
is
as a kid?
this:
No.
is that it takes
did.
effort to go to a
Shabona is a
pool.
dick
Ear
for us.
infections and stuff.
Someone always shit in the Shabona pool.
Or how about this?
Disgusting.
A Band-Aid in a pool. Ugh.
Yeah, that is
Ooh.
gross.
Yeah, Band-Aid's tough. People don't talk enough about that, right?
The way you say
How
that.
Band-Aids
Band-Aid's
they don't
tough.
stand a chance against the pool.
Band-Aid's tough.
Even the ones that they're like, oh, this is a waterproof.
Yeah,
Band-Aid.
they don't
No,
stand a
they're not.
chance. That's like Superman and Kryptonite.
I feel like Band-Aids are overrated.
I hate Band-Aids.
Because it's
I-
like, why am I, it's like, when you get the shot and they put the Band-Aid on, it's what are you doing? Get this thing out of here. That
Oh,
Band-Aid
yeah,
stays
get
on
it
for
for
sure.
6 days.
Do you guys got any good scars? I got one right there. Woke up with that. That's a UDI. Do you call them UDIs out there in Long Island?
I don't know what a UDI is.
Unidentified drunken injury. Woke
Oh.
up and just had a fucking gash on my arm one morning. Still there.
Oh yeah, I wake up with bruises.
Okay, jumping in a pool off the board. It's to me. I need a drink.
Do you have any good scars? 5th round, middle of the draft. Who's got a good scar? I
rails.
have one slightly above my eyebrow, Dave. I'll give return because you asked the question. One above my eye.
Thank you.
I'm between two. It's like a cage match. I could bring it up then.
Yeah, I think this should be the last time draft we do this. Bro.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Bring it up.
No, I won't do it then.
No, do it.
I mean, the McDonald's Coke is like iconic,
But
but like no one drafted Gatorade, so like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Take Gatorade.
I don't know what to do, but I already have something from McDonald's.
Take Gatorade.
Yeah, I feel like I can't just like we'll get killed for no Gatorade.
You have to.
I'm
telling you have to take
I
Gatorade.
also think Gatorade is objectively a better choice than Coke. I
But
don't want the
you know,
caffeine.
like, but there's like a cult of McDonald's cult people, like Coke people out
Yeah.
You could pick. I don't even think it's the best option at McDonald's.
there. That you're the minority on that for sure. People
for
are like,
being hungover, I think Sprite's better
people
for.
people will fucking go nuts over McDonald's.
All right,
Coke.
so
Yes.
everybody's got drinks, right? What about the orange high C? I would take that
hold on.
1,000 times.
Well,
over 1,000.
that's good too. I think just because I got the McGriddle, I'm gonna go with the Gatorade. So,
So you get Gatorade, we'll give you the catalog, but just out of my own personal interest, give me your flavor, Ed. I think a Gatorade flavor says a lot about people, and I actually don't like it when someone doesn't have a preferred Gatorade. When someone says, just get me whatever, go fuck yourself, because now I got to make a decision out of 26 flavors. Have a Gatorade flavor. Have a fucking spine. Sorry, Ed.
As
if
a
you
kid,
don't.
I was blue, like the dark blue. But as you get older, I think you just morph into lemon lime. I think you just morph into the original. So, but everyone's good. let's
Lemon
be
lime's a
honest.
fail-safe.
Except
No
for
one
that
dissed it.
fucking Stephen Shea cucumber bullshit. I don't like that one.
I don't like purple either.
What?
I don't
You
like
like
purple.
purple?
I hate anything fruit punch. I think.
Did you guys just forget about Gatorade?
No.
I want to
See,
Sprite.
when-
I need the bubbles.
With Carl, when he drafted water, I think the easiest two drinks to pick, not necessarily the best or what I would have picked, the easiest two were between water and Gatorade, and at that point it's a toss-up.
Yeah, I guess.
So, I mean, Gatorade could have gone 1-1, I think.
Yeah,
Totally.
Gatorade's
Totally.
a first overall pick.
I debated it taking it 3 overall.
I think
So-
I think you won yourself the draft here with the last
With
one.
the
No,
Gatorade?
Bathhouse is going to be tough.
Yeah, that won't.
What about
really help.
Powerade? What do you guys think about Powerade?
I love blue Powerade too.
Why is blue
See,
Powerade so
I've
much
kinda morphed
better?
into a Powerade over Gatorade.
Yeah, it's like a little. It's got a little less bite, right?
I feel
Yeah.
like I don't see it as
Yeah.
much.
Probably don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Powerade, they sell Powerade at golf courses.
Yeah.
You'll see it like
Remember all
in the
sport?
shitty cooler. Oh, Cherry
all
Slam.
sport,
Hey, let's put a little carbonation in that sports drink.
yeah. All right, Chief, you're up.
Yeah, all I need is a cure, and I feel like it's just the cold shower. Like you just got to sit there, and it's not freezing cold, but it's cool. And what I do is I just lean forward, so the spout just like hits the back of my neck, and it's not really in my face, and I just like put my head against the shower
Like
wall.
the Kenny Powers
Like it's a movie
when he's
shot.
got the
Oh,
thong
he-
outline.
Is that what he's doing in that? I feel like he's drinking a beer in that.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Beer.
So I just kind of like either, and then I used to, when I had a bigger shower, I had a white, like one of those white plastic cheap lawn chairs, and I would put that in the shower, and I would just, yeah, like that. It is the Kenny Powers with thong outline. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I would just like sit there in that chair, like always, like I don't know why, but I always kind of feel like I have to have my face out of the water. And then, but I'm just like sitting there, like letting the water hit me, and I feel like so. I guess just a shower for a cure.
Cold. I mean, enough said.
Yeah.
Like that.
Cold shower. Yeah, close to breeze. It's it's a cold shower,
Yeah.
accessible to everybody. Dave.
Yes.
All right, Dave, you're up, Mr. Relevant.
What do you guys think I'm going to draft?
You're gonna take the fetal position.
I'm taking the shower nap.
What's a shower nap?
Oh,
I've never heard of
You guys
this.
are talking
Have
about.
you ever heard of this, Bree? Dave shower nap. You say if this is strange or not. Dave, explain it.
Okay.
So I'm fully aware that it's strange, but I'm trying to normalize it because once you do it once, it'll be like, now I know what he's talking about. But shower nap, like you guys are talking about jumping into cold. I turn all the lights in the bathroom. I get that fucking shower as hot as my skin can possibly handle it, and then I'll put a little roll, a
that's
towel
a nice
roll
move too.
behind my neck. I'll like cross my arms in my chest, and I'll just let the rain fall on me, and I'll steam myself out while I doze off in the shower for like 30 to 40 minutes. And I wake up feeling great. You steam
I
yourself
would
out.
hate
Like
to
you're
walk in on
taking
that.
all the.
What'd you say?
That's like a creepy thing to walk in on.
Walk in on. Who's walking in?
He loves to do this.
The image.
He loves to do it in hotels too. That's his favorite thing.
I'd rather.
Who said that?
I'd rather
I have.
a nice hotel.
I don't love to.
Right.
I don't love to.
I was joking. I didn't think you would ever do it in a hotel. That's
I mean,
fucking gross.
desperate times call for desperate measures.
Like
When
a
Dave's
nice
hungover,
hotel.
you're basically waterboarding yourself, aren't you?
You said a
No,
nut-
it's like I'll aim the shower head so it's like kind of bouncing off the walls a little bit and it's mostly hitting my knees. But I'll just lay there and steam myself out. And hey, who likes?
rinsing out a
Hey,
just
let me
nice
ask you
old
guys a question.
Grundle rinse.
I always
do you
thought you
guys
were on
like-
all four. Yeah.
Do you guys? No.
I always thought you were on
It's
all
on all fours.
Honestly, I thought you were on
I mean,
all
like,
fours.
like he's like
Oh, he's
doing
fetal
a
position.
yoga pose.
Yeah, like he was doing like a praying motion.
No.
I could have swore it was
Idiot.
all fours. Like,
Do you guys like to sleep when it's raining and in the like roof?
Yeah.
city?
Oh, yeah, it's
Yes,
great.
Of course.
Yeah.
You're taking that sort of sound and adding it to yourself getting steamed out, and it's pitch black and it's like therapeutic, and you doze in and out of consciousness, and you wake up and you're like, I feel great.
I
right
just
now.
don't-
And now I live in a fucking high rise, so I can't run out of hot water. I'll fucking do it for
you should
3-4
partner with
hours at a
someone
time.
and sell and make this a thing. Put this on the market.
I would love to do that.
I
If
just don't
anybody-
know how this could possibly, even if you have like an awesome big shower where you can really lay down.
Which I don't.
Right, I know. How could it ever be comfortable? Like you can't
Yeah.
possibly be comfortable.
Well, I mean,
porcelain.
I'm not the tallest person around, so space in the bathtub is never an issue for me personally. But yeah, you just gotta find whatever position you're most comfortable in, and you steam yourself out. You doze in and out of consciousness, and you're good.
and you
So
said
this is
nice
your short.
hotels.
This is your
Bree?
short privilege.
Nice hotel. I mean, you've
I
done
mean, if you're
this.
staying in a nice ass hotel, maybe, but like, I honestly feel like this would make me feel grosser. Like laying on the bathroom tub and just steaming out. Like, I think the chair in the shower is a better move than the nap.
People have said that to me that
Yeah.
they bring chairs like lawn chairs into the. I'm
I
like,
just said that.
you just said that.
Yeah.
I that is like too much work.
But
Have you
Why
ever
would I?
done-
Why would I sit when I could lay?
how often do you give your shower
A shower nap?
No. How often do you clean your shower?
Once every couple weeks. I'm a neat freak. I swear to God.
Okay,
I
all right.
swear to God.
Okay, all right.
But you've done it at a Red Roof Inn, right?
I've not sure
a
I've ever
Motel
stayed
6.
at a Red Roof. I have stayed at a Motel 6. I have not taken a shower nap at a Motel 6.
I stayed at a Motel 6 outside of Buffalo, and it was maybe the grossest experience of my life.
I did it in Lowell, Massachusetts. Bree?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Those are
That's not good.
those are some tough times for me.
That's not.
Yeah, that's prostitutes and meth.
I got offered crack.
Tom Lee might have been in the room next to you.
There's the whole joke about me doing crack, but I got offered crack in Lowell, Massachusetts.
And
Yeah, that'll
I
do it.
didn't
Well,
oblige him. He was, I think, a homeless guy, but it was outside a bar by the baseball stadium there. And the bartender, he's like, I can tell by your accents, you guys aren't from here. We hate these kind of fucking people. They give us a bad name. And he bought us all shots and shit. And then we were really hungover the next day.
And then you took a shower nap at the Motel 6.
I didn't take a shower nap there. We had to go down to New London, Connecticut the next day.
Now, if we could like blur your balls and everything, would you let this be filmed? Shower nap.
Yeah, actually.
I'm just.
No, yeah, I'll take a picture of it and I'll explain.
You're-
And I'll be
I mean,
fully
you could
clothed.
do it clothed.
It's
I could do it clothed.
You could do it clothed.
No, it's the content people want. Yeah.
You want?
People want authenticity.
People want
okay?
White Sox Dave nudes.
Yes, they want him on all floors taking the.
Has anyone
The
ever
next
asked you
time,
for
Where did you
next
get
time
all
we got to
fours
do a
from?
Roman ad read, and it's like, are you sick of saying the Pledge of Allegiance? Are you sick of thinking of Dave on all fours in a shower?
All right, I'll read them off. We'll do honorable mentions, and we'll get out of here. Carl, water, work, weed, Armageddon, diner, skillet. Brianna, ginger ale, flying, Big Mac meal, Law and Order, SVU, jumping in a pool. Eddie, McGriddle meal, long drive, bathhouse, the office, Gatorade. Chief, sausage egg McMuffin, McDonald's Sprite, talking to your parents, house hunters, cold shower. White Sox Dave, authentic steak burrito, mimosa, yard work, Pawn Star, shower nap. All right.
You
Does
can
any-
just whittle it down to burrito for me. You don't gotta say out there.
I don't have any
Burrito?
honorable mentions.
Oh, I got a million.
Keeping up with the Kardashians, horchata, Do you guys know what that is?
Yep.
Fucking sugary as shit, but it's delicious and great for a hangover. I always fucking delete them. I had Entourage. Entourage is perfect for a hangover. 22-minute episodes.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon. I had that.
Yep, that was my number 2 pick.
Yeah. You got any honorable mentions, Bree, that we can get
Honorable
to?
mentions. I would say for TV show, maybe Family Guy. That's pretty easy to watch. That's a good mindless TV show.
South Park.
And then when Watermelon. Oh shit, my shit just almost fell. I think Watermelon was a good one. It was like kind of low key.
There you go.
Laguna Beach, The Hills, Mad Men was the other one that I was between. Like, it's just like subtle, like old school office noises and typewriters, and you just kind of drift out. They have the same thing with the music is just very like muted. People talking in hushed tones. For a cure, if I don't have the energy for the shower, sometimes I'll like soak a paper towel and like wring it out and just like lay the cool paper towel on my face. But I feel like that might be.
I was gonna say you said that like reality TV definitely would have played, Bree. Like that's reality's like. What would you have picked if you?
I almost did Selling Sunset or Below Deck. I don't know if you guys watch
I've
any of
watched
that.
Bar
Below
Rescue
Deck.
on Sundays used to be a big one too.
That's good.
The
No OC, Chief?
I was not into the OC. That's not reality TV, is it?
No, but when you said Laguna Beach and the Hills, wasn't there a big controversy because you took OC? Or what was that?
Yeah,
No, Feidelberg took
did.
OC.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
that was you. I got that flip-flopped. Oops.
Yeah. But no, I always was more like, and that's why like when we did the college draft, the reason I took Natasha Bedingfield because like that was what popped in my brain. Like watching like laying there just watching hours, but like you're probably only watching actually 15 minutes, but you're just of actual like where you're paying attention, you're just in and out of consciousness. I thought that was a perfect one for that.
A random one that I feel some people might hate, but for a drink, chocolate milk.
Oh, yeah.
I
can
do.
see why
Hey,
people hate it.
Brianna, you're right. I do
100%,
hate that pick for a hangover
Yeah,
cure.
a lot of
I
people
like
hate
it,
it, but
though.
a lot of people love it too.
I feel like that would just
Polarized.
coat my mouth, and I would
Yeah,
just
you
be
just
like,
it's thick
yeah.
and syrupy.
I like
yeah.
it. I like a milkshake hungover.
Just choke.
What about Real World, the original?
Oh
Real
yeah,
World.
that was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
Pizza.
challenge, maybe.
I mean,
Or
Challenge. I
fucking
slammed
Jersey
the challenge.
Shore marathon.
Jersey Shore. Yeah, all that shit's great.
Yep.
Even
is
to
great.
this day,
The Replacements.
Soccer is sneaky.
movie?
Yeah.
Soccer, just watching EPL in the mornings is sneaky a great one too. You have the English voices. Like I love documentaries with an English narrator. That's what EPL is. So like I watch
Attenborough.
soccer every single weekend, and then you just watch. You just kind of like if it's a 6 a.m. game because I wake up early. You usually fall asleep by halftime. You wake up for the last 15 minutes when all the action's happening, and it's great. So I think EPL is great for that too.
Crazy.
I'll order an 18-inch pizza like 11 a.m. and I'll eat it throughout the entire day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen you do that.
Yeah.
Smart move.
That used to be like your number one Twitter.
I mean, I do that like all the time still.
Yeah, you don't tweet about it as much.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
canes.
I'm for
Do you guys
sale.
have canes in Chicago?
Yeah, we do.
They're few and far between though.
No, they're popping up a lot now, though.
There's one down the street.
Yeah, there's one in
there
Wrigleyville
really?
that's open till like 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Canes is
When I went
great.
to college, Canes was the one hangover food, but I knew not enough people had it, so I couldn't draft it.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Good drafting.
Quick learner.
Yeah. Well, Bree, thanks for hopping on. Hopefully this hangover draft was what you expected.
Yeah, hell yeah, it was good.
Did you
Awesome.
learn anything?
It gave me ideas. Maybe I'm not the hangover queen. I left with more knowledge than I thought.
Yeah. And we need the yard work vlog.
Yeah, please
Yeah,
do that.
I got you. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming in the
That'd be
spring.
Yeah, I want
Funny
to
if
see
it's
you.
just like her dad doing it.
So funny. Just
Yeah,
picture a
it's not
miserable.
a
So we whacker.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, that's it, Bree. Thank you. Thanks everybody for listening. That's it for today. We'll see you all tomorrow.